have not done a top 10 safeties video since the beginning of the game. We had a core elite in this top 10 the last time I did it. I had to update this one badly. We've had so many cards, team of the week, legends, all Madden, obviously some most feared in there, every promo, even AKAs sitting in here. We even had free cards from the MCS that'll be ranked in this list. This one had to get updated, man. I waited way too long, but if you enjoy top 10s like this, I do them for all the main positions, and I also do gameplays and all the new cards, so make sure to hit that like, hit that subscribe. But other than that, let's get right into number 10. If you are looking for cheap, fast Madden coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, head over to my sponsor, EasyMut, and use code CHEW for 5% off your order. The link is in the description. So at number 10, we have a card that I loved at the beginning, right? Obviously, now he's on the slower end of the game right here. 89 speed when we're starting to get 92 speed wide receivers. I think right now in the game we have, do we have three 92 speed receivers, or we only have two of them? Michael Irvin and Marvin Harrison. I might be forgetting one, but the speed's getting up there nonetheless. So Derwin James finding himself kind of towards the bottom. I kind of value him more as a user only at this point because of the speed differential, but he's still a good card, right? 6'2", 92 zone coverage, 88 man coverage. The play rack is okay, but he does have 92 hit power. But like I said, I know the stats are really good. Like the man and zone are still really good, right? I just don't know if I feel comfortable laying that 89 speed up top. Like I said, there are just so much more faster safeties in the game right now to play up there. So if you are going to use Derwin, maybe if you're renting him at that LTD price, I think the only way I would use him if I'm usering him right now in the box. Moving over to number 9, I had to go in my binder. For some reason, he's not in the catalog at all, but Isaiah Palamau, as you guys know, this was a free card that almost all of you guys should have, unless you got cheated in the drops. I know that could happen, so, you know, I'm not, like, pushing it too crazy, but Isaiah is an absolute legend in this game. You guys know he was one of the best cards last year. We got a free 99 of him. We also got a compass version of him last year, so we know how good he is. He is a 6'4". I know he has 89 base speed, but the one thing I do value a little bit more than Derwin, obviously the height being better is a big deal, but he also goes in the best theme team in the game. He also does have very good stats too for a free card. 88 man coverage. He has 90 zone, so he's hitting that threshold as well. The 88 hit power. For the little bit of stats that Derwin has above Isaiah, I think I'm going to lean that every single day when I want that +2 height. That will give me a little bit more value than, you know, maybe like what did Derwin have? Like just +1 zone or +2 zone, and he had like a little bit better hit power. I'll take the +2 height every single day here at number 9. At number 8, you can see the strong safeties are dominating the list so far. We do got Amani Hooker, another most feared card right here. But the good news about him is he has 90 base speed. You saw the two cards before, they were both 89 base. Amani Hooker is actually a really good card. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I never actually got to use him, but I've played against him a lot. I've also seen him in videos a lot. He obviously gets that most feared chem. He has dropped in price since most feared is I wouldn't say it's outdated, but people are getting bored of it, so there might be moving away from it. But Amani Hooker sitting with 92 zone coverage, 87 man. So you're noticing all these cards kind of have similar stats right there. He is the shortest of the bunch, but when I look at Amani Hooker, I value him as an up top safety guy. You're not going to be roaming in the box with him, so I'm not too worried about height as long as he's there. And like I said, with wide receivers being so fast in the game, I think speed is a big deal right now. You do not want 89 speed guys out there when you're trying to chase these Marvin Harrisons and Michael Irvins. Now we move over to number 7, the Adrian Phillips card, probably the most underrated card on this list. Obviously, team of the week LTDs, some people don't even know that they come out, but this Adrian Phillips has a really good stat line. You can see he's actually a 90 base speed, 90 excel, so that is very good across the board. But he also has 90 play rec, which if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the highest in the game. I'm trying to think of another guy that has 90 play rec base. Is that the highest in the game? I might have to go back and look at it. It might be a corners too, but I don't think there's any safeties with that as well, which is a big deal too. He also does have 90 man coverage and 90 zone, 86 hit power. It's crazy that, like, yeah, not the biggest name value in the world, but Adrian Phillips actually has a very good card, and he also is not the tallest in the world, so that's not why I'm ranking him too high, but still an all-around solid card. I think he gets a good zone KO too, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if he gets it. Yeah, he does get both of these, which isn't bad. I like deep in right now, but right now in the game, I went back to pick artists. I need to catch these interceptions. Adrian Phillips is going to make that happen with that 90 play rec, man. He should close in on balls better than a lot of DBs in the game. Now we move over to number 6, and we have our first free safety of the video, Justin Simmons, another most feared guy right here. So I will say I do have a little bit more weight for these free safeties because they're a little bit harder to find. Obviously, the strong safeties has a lot more depth in it. So Justin Simmons, like I said, I think there are a couple more free safeties on this list, but there's not as many. So I want to hold him as a little bit higher on this list. He also is 6'2", though, with 90 speed. So he's the fastest, or the fastest so far we've shown, with the tallest height as well combined. He does have 82 man coverage, though. So he's a guy that you strictly have to play up top in either like a deep out zone or whatever you want to run him in, a deep third, a quarters, whatever you want to run him in. I would just keep him out of man coverage. I also don't think I would user this guy at all with the lower power. He's definitely just a sit up top kind of guy. Catch your picks with a 6'2" height, and he also should make a lot of plays in the ball, being 90 speed. Justin Simmons, I got to use him in the 50-50 most feared. He's definitely a dog, boys. This card is really, really good. Moving into our top 5, we have the free J-Ron Curse, and I know a lot of you guys have already earned this card. Obviously, this is the non-auctionable one, but or this is the auctionable one. I don't find any more value in this card at all, because I think the only ability he unlocks when he becomes auctionable is Acrobat, which is not a good ability in the game right now. You still need to catch your picks with pick artists, but J-Ron Curse is still a good card because he has 90 speed, 93 zone coverage, right? The excel is really good. He is a tall safety, and believe it or not, I actually like him up top more than I like him in the box because of that 72 hit power. He's kind of cheated in there a little bit, but J-Ron Curse, you can see why right here. They gave him, if I could find, I think it's this bucket. They gave him 4 zone KOs all in this bucket, if I'm not mistaken. You get all 4 of them, which is really nice. You can choose between all 4 of them. Obviously, deep in and deep out are the best ones in the game. J-Ron Curse is a dog, dude. Leave him up top, 6'4". Leave him up top next to your free safety. He's going to make a lot of plays. He's not going to get agged as many times as well, even if you don't throw pick artist on him. And moving over to number 4, we hit our first 91 speed player of the video, Mr. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, aka CD Deuce. This is a card that obviously just came out this past Monday. He always plays really good in Madden. He's one that I like as a hybrid card, right? You could play him up top, you could play him at corner, and you could also play him in the slot if you really wanted to. That's what I like about these smaller kind of guys that I've shown on this list. Also, being very fast and having good man coverage and good zone coverage, he's going to make a lot of plays. And you can see right there, no, he doesn't hit that 90 play rate like we saw earlier in Adrian Phillips, but 89 is still absolutely ridiculous. Definitely an underrated card, and I also think he gets a decent X factor. I mean, shutdown, I'm not the biggest fan on, and deep route KO for 2 AP, I don't even know if I would value that unless you're running man coverage every single play. It's kind of crazy that they... I don't know if I feel... Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these AKA X factors. I mean, like, some of them are good, but those ones, that choice right there is definitely not nice. But CD Deuce, a good card, man. He's definitely tough. So now we head into number 3, and we have another 5'11", 91 speed player. So we have almost a carbon copy of the guy we just showed you in CD Deuce. But when you look at Ed Reed, this card is just a tiny bit better. And also, like I said, I hold a little bit more weight for that free safety role. He does have 91 speed, 90 excel, but the zone coverage at 93 is the exact same. But you can notice right there too, he doesn't have 82 hit power like we just saw on CD Deuce. He has 91. I know the player X a little bit worse, but he's hitting the threshold regardless. This card also, I believe, comes with better X factors comparative. No, he gets shut down. Actually, no, he does get universal coverage as well, but that for 3 AP, I just don't think I would value that at all unless you're going to power it up, because if you can get it for 2 AP, I guess that's not bad. The only negative is that it's not on all game, you know what I mean? Last year, we got to saw players that literally built into their cards. It kind of is a difference switching over to a new Madden, but Ed Reed, I know it's his second card of the year. I know people are burnt out calling it a recycled legend, but he's definitely one of the best safeties in the game regardless. Moving over to number 2, we have Mr. Hitstick Ronnie Lott. This card I put as one of the best cards in the game when I did my top 10 must-have cards video, and now he finds himself at number 2, and I think you guys know why. I will say I think number 1 and number 2 are very interchangeable. Like, there's, you know, they're both different positions anyway, so you can put him where you want. But Ronnie Lott sitting right here at 92 speed, 91 zone coverage, 90 man coverage, and 92 hit power. They absolutely bless him across the board. Man and zone being hit. He also is 6 foot. And as you guys know, I think Ronnie Lott, the one thing in him in the game, he looks a lot bigger than 6 foot. I don't know if it's the shoulder pads or what, but also when you come down here, he does have really good stats for safety. 88 block shed, the 76 power move. You got to remember, for a safety, that is pretty good in the game. He also does get every single zone KO in his special bucket, I believe. Or no, he gets a deep out right here, but I think you can get every single one over here, because I remember I was using deep in this third bucket. Yeah, you definitely can. Ronnie Lott, dude, one of the best cards in the game. I think he should be on everyone's team, especially with how he just tanked yesterday. Now we move over to our number 1, and I felt like you guys all knew this was coming, right? Mr. B-Duck, the Weapon X. This card is insanely expensive. I hate having to, like, rake a card that is almost unobtainable for, like, 95%, maybe even more than that of the community. Like, I won't even buy it, and I have a lot of coins, because he is currently sitting at 1.4 million. I don't know what they did. I feel like every LTD has been kind of obtainable this year if you really wanted it, but with the all Madden program, these cards are literally untouchable. I don't understand why. They're just Warren Moon's like at 1.3 still, which is kind of crazy. But looking at B-Doc, 92 speed, 92 excel, so you're getting way better excel on him as compared to Ronnie as well. You are getting 90 man coverage, 92 zone, 94 hit power, and if we come all the way down here as well, he also has really good in the box stats, 87 block shed. Amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. I don't know if I would use him though, because as you guys know, my philosophy in Madden, I always like to let the best cards in the game play by themselves. You want the computer to user the AI. You want to user the guys that are a little bit like, you know, the tall, like, not crazy zone, not crazy stats all around the board, like Isaiah Palamao, if that makes sense. You would rather user him and let Brian Dawkins roam around and let the computer make plays with him. That's the way I've always valued it, but it also sucks that they moved him to strong safety. Obviously, they did that because they're trying to fill out a team with Ronnie Lott. He's always a free safety in Madden, but at the end of the day, it's whatever, man. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to touch this card. 1.4 mil is crazy. Hey, boys, and as I'm done recording this, and I also finished the editing for this top 10 video, they literally just tweeted on this Veterans Day weekend in Madden Ultimate Team, they are honored to bring back Pat Tillman, and Patrick Tillman is dropping tomorrow. So this card, obviously, you guys know, is 5'11". He is a Madden legend. He is the reason why Enforcer got nerfed in Madden 20. This card is an absolute dog. I do think I would rank him as number 3 right behind Ronnie Lott and Brian Dawkins. He now becomes like the better of the 5'11 bunch of CD Deuce and also Ball Hawk. When Pat Tillman comes out, yeah, he's got to be on the squad, man. Just because of all the memories I made in Madden 20, this card's a dog. Like I said, probably push everybody down and place him at number 3. I'm just going to keep the top 10 how it is because this card's not even out yet, if that makes sense. All right, boys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below which safeties are you rocking. Are you rocking 3, 4? What are you doing with your squad right now as well? What abilities? Pick artists, zone KOs. Maybe you're a man KO guy. You might be one of those guys out there. They're very rare, but they do exist. I hope you guys enjoyed the safeties video, though. Hopefully, get some good Legend, do some gameplays on tomorrow, and hope to see you guys there. Peace out, boys.